That's what cockatoos do. Yay! Hello. Hi. Hi, sweetheart. This wasn't a plan. It wasn't a plan that I had ever made. We had parrots of our own that we took to work with us every day and brought home. At night they had big flights, they could fly around. We had a huge place and they flew around all day. And the one night my husband was very ill, so we stayed home and I didn't go and pick the parrots up. The next morning they were stolen. And this was a huge news item 20 years ago. And a lot of people know me because I've been in animal welfare all my life. And I had phone calls from people saying, I don't know where your birds are, but I have a parrot and I can't keep it any longer. Can you take it? Well, of course I could. So I ended up with 15 large birds in 2 weeks. It was unbelievable. My husband decided that this was his mission from God, that this is what we should do. And it just kept happening.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going, guys? How are we all doing?
You see how many birds are in pairs? When they come in, they usually come in one at a time. They find a partner, and at night, they all end up sitting in pairs, and the evening comes. It's really incredible.
And are they male and female pairing up?
Usually. Well, we allow them freedom. We give them, when they come here, they've all come from homes where they've lived in a cage. They're a bird. Birds have wings to fly. People keep them in a cage because they look pretty or they can say, Polly want a cracker. When they come here, instantly they find a flock and they find friends and they start to speak in their own language, which is incredible. They become parrots again. Parrots are a wild animal. We are dealing with 900 wild animals. Macaws like open areas to fly, so we have them flying, they've got clear span in the middle so they can fly great lengths because that's what they need. They're a big bird. We have many birds in here with different problems. The little African grey that you see here, yes, Yoko. Yoko came in without feathers and just couldn't seem to grow them. Or they'd start to grow and they'd be broken off. Not chewed, just broken off. And he just looked pretty terrible, she did. So one day I noticed that she was having what appeared to be a petit mal seizure. Sure enough, she was having petit mal seizures. So now she's on the medication. She looks absolutely beautiful. Is that my Charlie?
So tell me about Charlie, Wendy.
Charlie came into us 20 years ago. He's the first bird ever to come into the sanctuary. He had no feathers when he came, and he's never grown any since. He started working on his chest, which is not uncommon in cockatoos. When they're bred in captivity, unfortunately, the parent birds are not fed properly. So the young offspring tend to have problems which cause them to end up self-mutilating. And who else do we have here? This is Nelson. Right, Nelson? Nelson has been in this country for 45 years. because he was caught in the wild. 45 years is very old for an Amazon parrot. This one on the right here, as you can see, is blind. Ow! And the green wing sitting over there is also blind. This man lives in a cage. This is Elvis. According to my vet, Elvis is the oldest cockatoo she's ever seen in her life. He's over 60, which is amazing for these birds. And Elvis is blind. He's totally blind. Has been blind for many, many years. But he doesn't like being out. He has fear when he's out. So we just let him stay in if that's what he wants to do.
So I'm thinking, Wendy, that this place is kind of special to you with all these.
I love my old birds.
The old birds.
I love them all, but the old ones. Well, a lot of them we've had for a very long time, and you get so close to them. I mean, they're just like little people, really. I don't see any difference. They talk to me, and they know what you want, and they let you care for them. So who else do we have that's of great interest? There's Hello. Hello is our oldest macaw. We gave him the same birthday as me. He's going to be 68 on the 1st of September.
And that's the one on the right?
The blue and gold macaw. He's totally blind and has been blind for many years. His partner, she came in probably 5 years ago now. These two love each other, as you can well see. They do everything together. They make homes, as you see, they're very good. They unbuild homes every day, brand new ones every day. And they just look after each other. There are many people who've suggested that when they get old and blind, that they should be euthanized because they have no quality of life. I can't see any problem with the quality of their life. They just love each other. I love that. She was rescued from a drug house, the little cockatoo on the top.
From a what?
From a drug house. She was almost dead when the young man went in and got her for me. And we got her to come out here, and she's doing fabulously, just fabulous. We do get a number of birds come in that have been in drug houses that are rescues. We have many elderly birds. In captivity, nobody comes in and kills them. So they can last a very long time. And this is Iago. Right, Iago? He is not an old bird. He's roughly about 25, that's all. But he was diagnosed with bone cancer, which had metastasized to his lungs over 2 years ago. He was given 3 months to live. Well, we had a long conversation, he and I, because we were both diagnosed the same week with cancer. So we decided that we weren't going to die. We simply don't have the time. There's too much left to do. And strangely enough, there's no evidence of his cancer anymore. So I think it's something to do with how much we love each other.